And we'll start with Anthony Chiang, Miami Herald. Go ahead.
Hey, Spo. So much of the talk over the past few weeks has been about, late game execution. What did you like about the way you guys executed there down the stretch in the fourth quarter, especially offensively?
Probably more than anything is just the approach yesterday, just to come in and continue to work at it. These shared experiences of these, tough games, close games on the road. These are invaluable. It doesn't always go the way you want it to go, but how you approach it, and are you learning from it? Are you trying to get better at it? There's no guarantee that even after a day like yesterday that that will ensure a win tonight. But I really do like the approach of this group. Just to come in and try to continue to get better every single day. And then obviously we had some big plays down the stretch. Gabe was really good, got going in that second half. We're just trying to find solutions against a very good defense. Kyle, had some really aggressive, timely plays. And then Jimmy, those two plays, down the stretch, were key. But at least we were more organized. It always helps if the ball goes in. It was just a very competitive game against two really good teams.
All right, up next we have Ira Winderman. Go ahead.
Eric, it obviously was an ensemble victory. Guys helped setting you up to the finish. Duncan hitting the threes, Gabe scoring 11 early in the fourth quarter, Max providing a boost when needed, and then sort of Jimmy and Kyle carrying you through the finish line there. What's it like to get that kind of ensemble performance, sort of guys doing enough to keep you afloat until Jimmy and Kyle can have their moments of truth?
Well, that's usually the deal when you play against really good teams. You're going to need a lot of contributions. You're going to have, basically your entire rotation putting their fingerprints, on a game to impact the win. And that's what you saw tonight. Tyler was out, so different guys had to step up. It wasn't as if, Gabe was trying to be Tyler either. It wasn't. Those were, open shots that, he just took within the context of the game, and he got into a great rhythm, in that fourth quarter. But if we didn't have Duncan making those plays, and then Max, giving us some really quality minutes, Kyle and Jimmy wouldn't have had that opportunity to close it out for us going down the stretch.
Did you see the Dwayne Dedman play? Did someone tell you what happened? It seems such a freak play because if that cushion wasn't freestanding on the seat, it wouldn't have flown.
I think he underestimated, how strong he was. I did not see it. James and the officiating crew basically interpreted the letter to the law on it, that I guess the pad went into the stands, but that was not Dwayne's intention at all. So when we brought it in, we made him player of the game.
Did he get to keep the cushion?
No, he got to bring us in and have a message for our team.
Could there have been a better Thanksgiving weekend for Max Strus than getting to go home, getting honored, and then having meaningful moments in front of his hometown crowd?
Yeah, that was fun. We really enjoy that the journeys of guys that are like Max, guys that are undrafted, that's take a different path into this league. It just shows you there's so many different ways that you can make it in this league. And Max, has that unique grit as well. He didn't play the two games before, and a lot of young players would probably be, frustrated. And what he did yesterday was come in an hour early before our practice, got in a bunch of extra work, and then it doesn't guarantee anything, but that's just who he is. And it was just a really, really cool 24 hours to be able to participate in that at DePaul yesterday. And then, he had his great moments tonight.
And then last one for me, you're at the 20-game mark, the quarter pole. Your thoughts generally on where your team stand through the first quarter of the season, please.
We are where we are. I'm not going to give a grade, and I'm not at all in that state right now to give an analysis of where we are. We're just grinding. We've had these really good, tough, competitive experiences on the road. and this is the way it is on the road. And I think we've gotten better, from these experiences, but we're going to have to, continue to prove that, every game.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks.
All right, up next, we have Cooper Moorhead, Heat.com. Go ahead.
Okay, so that ATO in the final 30 seconds, was that a great read by Kyle, or is that designed to happen that way?
To happen which way?
Where you got the back door for the layup?
No, that's just a release. We thought that they were going to trap, and he just read it great because the possession before, they weren't fouling. They were trying to trap and create some turnovers, which that's what they do. They're very quick and do a great job getting deflections. So we anticipated a possible trap, and he just read it great, for the give and go. It really just gave us that needed separation.
And then you guys have been the victim of a couple fourth quarters of the other team that started hitting threes lately. Is this just kind of the modern NBA where some nights you need that to push you over the edge to hit 5 threes in a quarter?
Well, from our standpoint, we felt that we have to do things better. And that's what we've been working on diligently, and sometimes it doesn't happen on your timeline. We've all been, disappointed by some of these tough losses, particularly on the road. But we just get back at it the next day and try to correct some things, get better. And then fortunately, we're able to make some plays. Sometimes it is make or miss, we either way, but I thought our disposition was good, against a very talented offensive team. They move the ball great. They have scoring in a lot of different places. So you have to be on point. You have to make some plays, and the guys did. We had some really key deflections and stops to rebounds, to seal that. That's what's really been missing, probably as much as anything in some of these close games.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for the Zoom portion. If there's any in the room, go ahead.
Against a team like this, is it kind of more ball security and club as well, and not let them run, run transition?
And the context for us is we've had some tough turnovers in some of these close games on the road. But we knew coming into this game in particular, that's what Chicago does extremely well. They have great quickness and anticipation, and instincts, to get deflections on the perimeter. And we knew that we'd have to, really take care of the ball, control the game from that standpoint. They're similar to us. If they turn you over and they get those in transition, those relief points just become too overwhelming. Okay, thanks.